Hillary Clinton's email scandal may have just gotten worse, a lot worse.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material.
The State Department is now saying that for the first time that, quote, top secret emails were sent using Clinton's private server, also refusing to make 22 of those emails public because of the classified information they contain.
According to this letter, first obtained by Fox News, Hillary Clinton's emails on her unsecured personal server contained intelligence from the U.S. government's most secretive and highly classified operations.
Some of the emails contain information so sensitive, most lawmakers can't read them.
These are the crown jewels of the American intelligence community of the United States government.
I talked to 3 national security lawyers who deal with this for a living. I mean, this is all they do today. And they all said, without exception, there's no question this person would have lost her clearances if this were a senior GS 14 or 15 employee, probably would have lost his or her job, and possibly would have already been indicted.
There have been so many crimes committed because of the existence of the private server and the unencrypted private server and unencrypted personal devices used by her and all of her staff that there's just no way that the FBI will not recommend to the Justice Department that an indictment be brought or a grand jury be impaneled.
This is, I think, a continuation of the story that has been playing out for months. There is no classified marked information on those emails sent or received by me.
There are about 1,340 emails that we know of so far that had classified information, whether it be sensitive, classified, or top secret.
We also now know that Sidney Blumenthal sent an email that revealed the name of a CIA asset in that system. And that was a CIA asset in Libya, of all places.
Let's start with Hillary Clinton and these 22 emails that apparently now the public will not get to see because the State Department says and the Justice Department says they are too damaging. What do you know about them?
Well, as you said, they're not 22 independent emails. There's some back and forth. What we know is that this is information that when you look at it, you should recognize it goes towards sources and methods and classified operations.
If you negligently maintain, store, fail to properly secure classified information, no matter what its level, that is a crime. And that is precisely what Secretary Clinton and her entourage did. They maintained classified information over 4 years on an unencrypted private server, and based on Robert Gates' statement that it was hacked, severe damage was done.
You know, you said many times that the emails were not marked classified, no evidence that that's not true, but the non-disclosure agreement you signed as Secretary of State says that that really is not that relevant. It says classified information is marked or unmarked classified, and that all of you are trained to treat all of that sensitively and should know the difference.
Well, of course, and that's exactly what I did. I take classified information very seriously.
Mrs. Clinton should be consulting very high-powered national security criminal defense lawyers, that is, criminal defense lawyers who have national security clearances so they can see the evidence against her, to negotiate with the FBI, because the case against her is overwhelming, damning, and from her perspective, grave. And when she says there's no there, when she laughs about it, when she says this is the re-suggesting of an old New York Times story, she's effectively mocking the 100 FBI agents that are investigating.
Even today, she said that she never sent or received classified information.
That infuriates me, Megyn, because that's a word game when she says, I neither sent nor received anything marked classified. I'm making the quotation marks with my fingers, because nothing is marked classified. It is marked confidential, secret, top secret. And under top secret, there are 4 submarkings, the most sensitive of which is this select access privilege, which is what 24 of her emails had on there. Do you know what type of information is in there? The names of moles, black ops, that is, secret programs that the government wants to deny the existence of. For her to have put that on an open server while she's the Secretary of State is absolutely grossly negligent and must be the basis for an indictment.
It doesn't change the fact that I never sent or received any material marked classified.
Her private server had information from our nation's most secretive and highly classified programs, including a category that is so restricted, access is only granted on a need-to-know basis. A spokesman for Hillary dismissed the letter and accused the Inspector General of working with Republicans to hurt her campaign.
You know, before it was emails, it was Benghazi. And the Republicans were stirring up so much controversy about that. And I testified for 11 hours, answered their questions. They basically said, yep, didn't get her, we tried.
This is a huge revelation put out, as you say, by the Obama-appointed Inspector General. If there's a conspiracy here, the Inspector General's in on it, the FBI's in on it, the intelligence community's in on it, Fox News is in on it, NBC News, CBS, New York Times, everyone's in on it except for Hillary Clinton. I mean, if this sounds ludicrously implausible, it's because it is.
I will repeat, I did not send or receive classified material.
The Inspector General, whose job it is to oversee the intelligence community, had to get special clearance just to review this case. This is the most secret type of material that anyone can look at in the U.S. government, and it was sitting there on that unsecure, totally improper server for virtually anyone to hack into.
I can tell you that this is not a situation in which America's national security was endangered.
The interesting thing, Heather, is that we have heard from Mrs. Clinton that she turned over about 60,000 pages of emails to the State Department. So the ones that we're hearing about, these top secret ones, the highly problematic ones, the sensitive ones, the classified ones, they came out of those she chose to turn over to the State Department. She's told us that she, in fact, deleted 30,000. We have no idea if that number is accurate or not. Could be a lot more than that. She could have deleted 100,000. We don't know. But if you take her at her word that she deleted about 30,000 emails, well, the FBI is now in the process of recovering those, or maybe they already have completed that process. Presumably, those are the most damaging because she sought to delete them. So while we're having this conversation about the legal and political jeopardy she may be in with the ones that we know about, what is in those that we don't know about?
I think it's pretty clear they're grasping at straws.
The press is reporting there's been 22 emails. There's actually more than that. And if I could just give a little of my background, I was Air Force pilot for 14 years, flew the B-1, one of the most sensitive weapon systems we have. As you said, I sit on the House Intelligence Committee. Again, access to some of the most sensitive information we have. And I have never read anything that's more sensitive than what these emails contain. They do reveal classified methods, they do reveal classified sources, and they do reveal human assets. I can't imagine how anyone could be familiar with these emails, whether they're sending them or receiving them, and not realize that these are highly classified.
Yet her campaign and some of their allies calling this a big old nothing burger. You know, when somebody tries to downplay it like that, there's something to it.
Yeah, well, you don't assign 150 FBI agents to a nothing burger.